Yeah, I know. It's sad that we can't have the actual art like the one in Japan. Then again, the game was made for kids. Although there is a good perk about something that if something catches your eye, and if you're an artist and you have some free time in your hands to make something, you make it better. And welcome back, YouTube. This is your Filthy Casual here with a deck profile for Odd Eyes. Although if you also check the title of the video, it's also Odd Eyes Pen Magician. It's because like if it's how do I put this? It's like it was originally two separate decks, but it required the same engine where it had the chronographs, the Mystic, and the Mystical Kings or whatever. I can't really pronounce the names, but like thinking in my head, it's like, do I really want to buy more copies if I already have the ones I have in my Pen Magician, and it's just gonna cost me more? Better to just put them together and do a little experiment. Anyway, this is my experimental Odd Eyes deck profile, so let's begin. So basically, our iconic monsters of the deck, we have the Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. You remember him. You don't care about his pendulum effect. You just want to do the double damage effect. That is basically what I mostly just. You okay? Okay. Okay. Anyway, basically this is what I just wanted to focus with from my first Odd Eyes deck profile. Just deal the double damage just to finish your opponent off. If that doesn't work, you have the Phantom Dragon. It's not as good as this guy, but at least if he battles and I hope it's not one of those destroy my monsters sent to the graveyard. But either way, if you have two Odd Eyes in your Pendulum scales, you deal like at least 12,000 or 2,400 damage. Other Odd Eyes, we got one of our best negators, Odd Eyes Persona Dragon. Basically negate an extra deck monster from whatever your opponent controls. It doesn't specify fusion, doesn't specify synchro, doesn't specify Xyz, pendulum, link, doesn't matter. Pretty much fizzes any extra deck monster. And basic one of the best Odd Eyes of deck, running two of Arc Pendulum Dragon. Basically, if any Odd Eyes card gets destroyed, I special summon another one. And for remaining Odd Eyes cards, we have one of the best ones, Odd Eyes Dissolver just for Vortex, and Odd Eyes Synchron just for tuning with whatever you want, like with either your performer, mostly just your Odd Eyes, any of your Odd Eyes monsters as you can treat as level 1, or tune with this one with any of the level 6 magicians, which I'll go into later. Speaking of which, we have the Oath Dragon Magicians just to start us off with our magicians. Basically, when summoned, you can you can add either magician or Odd Eyes from your graveyard to the hand, so that's a nice plus. If anything, you also already know his pendulum effect. So, moving on to our other magicians, we got the Wisdom Eye, the Toxic Magician, the Black Fang Magician, and White Magician, just as an extra tuna monster. But before you guys just rant on me, why don't I have harmonizing? Here you go. There's at least 2 harmonizing, but I'm experimenting too just to make sure that the deck isn't too cloggy. And I already have a bunch of monsters that are scale 8, like the Archives Pendulum, the Black Fang, and I think the Chronographs, which we'll eventually get into. And basically, just to finish off our magicians, we have at least the only 2 targets for harmonizing, which is either much the John Cade or the Time Kitchen, just to do what your extra deck plays. Oh, okay, so getting on to the rest of our pendulums, which we have the Mythical Beast, which I think I might have fucked up around the beginning, we're just getting the name, which is Mythical Beast. Anyway, you have the you have the Master Cerebus, that's what I meant to say. I'm doing 2 just because, like, when I tried the whole deck at 3, one was like really cloggy, and at least the the 2 Jackal Kings, just to at least special summon at least the Cerebus. Rest of our pendulums, just for our heavy metal foes, electromite targets, we have the chronograph sorcerers. Either place them in scale or summon out the Time Gears Magician, and at least the 3 Supreme King Dark Worms, at least free special summon if they're in the graveyard, and their only target, at least the Supreme King Gate. Moving on to our spells, we have the Sky Iris. Basically, target any of your cards and add an odd eyes card. It's a bonus if you pop an odd eyes card while you have Arc Pendulum Dragon, just to get Arc Pendulum Dragon off. We have the Dragon Graveyard, just to mill a dragon and send the Dark Worm. For just obvious reasons, or who cares? You're still getting your pen play. The Deal with the Devil, just for draw power. Spiral Flame Strike for either 2 effects. Either add an odd eyes card, or if you if you control an odd eyes card, then you get to pop a free card. It's actually, come to think of it, it's actually pretty useful. Like, say if they have like something to stop you. Well, actually, it won't save you if your opponent has anti-spell fragrance. Lastly, just for the one-star spells, we have a Duelist Alliance. Just add any free pendulum card. Reborn of the Earth, just to grab your Sky Iris, or Homie Call, just to add one of your homies, or 2 of your homies, and they can't be destroyed. Well, you mostly just use it just to add the harmonizing or whatever pen magicians you need. We need to go to extra deck. Okay, for our extra deck, we'll start with fusions, where we of course have Odd Eyes, Vortex Dragon, obvious negate. But just for tech choice, if you're really cheeky and manage to pull it off, Gatling Ghoul, just to like when you fusion summon him and your opponent's life points is lower and they at least have a board, I don't care what you say. I'm gonna deal 200 card damage for every card you have. GG. For most of our synchros, we have the Odd Eyes Meteor Burst, just to go into the Vortex play. Supreme King Clear Wing, just to clear boards. Ignister, shuffle 1 random card that we don't like. And happy to get Boral Savage Dragon, just to grab a link, equip it, negate whatever you throw at me. GG. XZs, we have at least the Abyss Dweller, just to fizz out any monsters in the graveyard, probably Soundling Greats. Then again, this deck hasn't been tested out. But anyway, I'm just gonna play it anyway. Supreme King Darkworm, just for our other rank 4 targets, and see if we could deal more damage. Who could forget 39? In case if you're also cheeky and manage to pull it off, and you have an Odd Eyes Pendulum board, that's 8,000 damage to you, sir. Norito, just to negate spells and traps. Let's see, we got Ice Age Dragon, just to go, just for you to summon with Meteor Burst and some random level 7 pen monster. Just an also cheeky choice. You don't have to go to unless if you really want to, and you have Zhankei on your Pendulum scale. You got Odd Eyes Raging Dragon, so you can overlay either your level 7 monsters, your level 7 monster and a rank 7 monster. Probably not just Odd Eyes, but it wouldn't be just absolute, which is why I also have Metal Flare Dragon, just to make my opponent have a hard time. And for the remainder of extra deck, we have nerfed Heavy Metal Foes Electromite, RAP 2, and Zephyr Metatron, just for the spaces. Moving on to extra deck, we're going to start with traps. We got Eradicator Virus, because if you recall its first effect, it tribute a 25 or attack higher monster, and then declare spell trap, and then you get to destroy whatever your opponent has, the one you declared. Can you name a card that has 25 attack? Well, a certain dark one, that like something in regards to the name of the video. And just for board removal, just in case, it's either Alta Guy, Sky Striker, or maybe Salmon Grades. Hopefully they don't have the Roar at you. You got the 3 evenly matches. Remainder of our... And basically the only spells we have are our deck, because Colossal kills us, we at least have the Mind Controls. Maybe just to link it away, like say... We'll probably just link it away, or maybe fuse it with Odd Eye's Dissolver, just to go for the Ghoul. And in case if they have only if they really have complicated boards, the Great Sphere, distribute their best monsters, and we also have Denko Sekka just for insurance stuff I play. Is if the only cards they have is a clear, but if they have a set 5, and basically only hand traps in case they run hand traps when you only activate your spells. We have at least the Gamma package and Cyframe Driver, and it's a plus if you synchro with it. Well, actually, it wouldn't be a plus, but you'd probably just sync with it. Anyways, this has been Odd Eye's Pen Magician deck profile, and hope you guys like our channel, art, and whatever. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell if you haven't yet, and we'll see you next time.